here's what I want to know. What does it feel like? What does somebody sound like? What is it like to talk to a complete jerk? To talk to a narcissistic person? To talk to somebody that's self-absorbed? To talk to somebody that's annoying? Any one of those traits, self-absorbed, annoying, a complete jerk, you know what? What's it like to communicate with somebody like that? What do they sound like?
First of all, I, me all the time. There's no room for dialogue whatsoever. And it's always my fault. It's always your fault. I didn't do anything wrong. It's your fault. You did it wrong. From my perspective.
Self-absorbed. I like that. Yeah, I, me, self-absorbed, always my fault, never your fault. Who else has got something? What's it like to talk to a jerk? What's it like to talk to an annoying person? What does an annoying person sound like?
They sound like a pain in the ass.
They sound like a pain in the ass. How does a pain in the ass sound, Felicia?
They're unrelentless usually, and they give you a hard time, and they don't really let up. And they're unreasonable.
Unrelentless, hard time, they're unreasonable. I love it. All right, who else has got something? What does a jerk sound like? What does an annoying person sound like?
They don't listen to you, Matt.
They don't listen. What else?
They might not be open.
They think they have all the answers.
Dismissive.
All the answers.
They're very dismissive.
Amen, amen.
Dismissive. All right, we got a pretty good list here. To talk to a jerk, to talk to an annoying person, it's I, me, they're self-absorbed, they're a pain in the ass, they're unrelentless, they give you a hard time, they're unreasonable, they don't listen to you, they have all the answers, they're dismissive. Does any one of us on this call want to be a jerk? No. Do we want to be annoying? No. Yet, a lot of times in sales, unbeknownst to us, unintentionally, without malice, we end up sounding like this list. We end up sounding self-absorbed. We end up sounding self-centered, right? Our product is great. We can save you 17% on this. We can recapture your billing. We can help your people be more efficient. We can help you hire the best people. We can improve your marketing expenses. I, me, right? Unrelentless. Come on, if you just give me 5 minutes of your time, I'd like to explain this, right? Don't listen. A lot of us don't listen. Why? When we, oh no, I listen. But let's take that back. Let's really take a look at don't listen. What's most important to you guys? Lowering our cost of advertising. Oh great, fantastic, because we can lower your cost of advertising by about 30 to 40% up front. Guess what? You didn't listen. What's most important to you? Lowering our cost of our advertising. Got it. Can you give me a specific example of what you mean by lowering your costs? Well, last quarter we did a campaign, and to be honest, I feel like everybody looked at the campaign, but none of those clicks that came through were our correct kind of customers. Why do you say that? That's somebody that listens, okay? That's somebody that's understanding. And here's the problem. In our job, in our career as salespeople, we get a lot of rushes of adrenaline, right? And we think, man, this is an opportunity for me to really help this person. Your prospect doesn't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And the best way to show them that you care is to avoid everything that was on this list. Avoid being self-absorbed. Avoid being a pain in the butt. What is the tonality that we want to have? What do we want to sound like? Because we're all different people. We all have different attitudes. We all have different voices. But let me give you a recipe for a tonality that's going to help you avoid sounding like you don't listen. That's going to help you avoid sounding like you have all the answers. That's going to help you avoid being dismissive. And that tonality is kind of like you're trying to find the words. When you sound like you're trying to find the words and you slow down, even though you know exactly what you want to say, it gives the other person some time to think about what you're about to say. It gives the other person time to think about what they're going to say. And it makes it clear to them that you've actually heard them, that you've actually listened to them. And this is something that us in sales, us as six-figure producers, seven-figure producers, million-dollar producers run into all the time. And people in healthcare, doctors, physicians, nurses run into this all the time. It is a mistake we all make, and we're going to continue to make. But we can strive to get better, and the mistake is this. Once you've done this 5 times, 50 times, 100 times, 500 times, 5,000 times, it becomes very quick for you to go, seen that before, I've got the answer, we can help, they came to the right place, but you have to understand this. Your prospect, your customer, your client, they haven't solved this problem 5,000 times before, just like you have. So they're going to be a little bit slower at arriving at the destination than you are. And the worst possible thing you can do is jump from the beginning to the end quickly. When we slow down in the beginning and allow that prospect time to catch up, we're going to speed up the result in the end. But when we find ourselves saying like, man, Alex, I'm really glad you called me about this because I've got a new thing that's going to be able to give you additional revenue through doing hormone replacement therapy there at the practice. Does it make sense for us to get this in place? No. Lost another one, right? Slow down. Now, doctor, talk to me about what's going on with your revenue right now. Well, it's down a little bit. When you say down a little bit, can you give me a specific example? Yeah, it's down about 17% for the year. Why do you think that is? Well, you know, a lot of our clients are looking for other treatments and things that we don't offer. Things that you don't offer? Yeah, I mean, we've been trying to do bump. Slow down. Have a calm tone of voice. Even though you're really excited that you can help this person for the right reasons, the more excited you get and the faster you talk, the more you're only going to push them away. Does that make sense, guys?